Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is of course Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. Let's take a look at the economic calendar. What do we have in the calendar today? So, German GDP data in line with the expectations, down from 0.1% to minus 0.2%. We're still waiting for unemployment rate from Poland. German Buba President Nagel to give a speech at 11. At the same time, German Buba Mauderer will give a speech, and then at 2 o'clock we got ECB Schnabel to give a speech as well. Manufacturing sales from Canada scheduled for release at 2:30. HPI composite data from the USA scheduled for release at 3 o'clock. Together with the Bank of England MPC member Phil will give a speech. CB consumer confidence data from the US are scheduled for release at 4 o'clock, and at 7 o'clock we got 5-year note auction, and we end the day with the API weekly crude oil stock data scheduled for release at 10:30. So pretty easy day for today. The most important data for the London session were released already. German GDP wasn't expected. So let's take a look at the market today. We will start with Bitcoin first. The reason why we're starting with Bitcoin is because we got the movement below the key technical support established on January 13th, 2025 at the level of $89,007. We got a breakout. We got a breakout lower. As you can see, the low is 88,203. At least for now, which means that this is support zone was clearly violated. For now, every of these levels that is green here on this chart will now be red, which means those levels are now technical resistance levels, including the low from the February 3rd, 91,173. So now it's very important to keep an eye on the current development, because we might see some movement that will eventually make this breakdown, downside breakout, and then even more dynamic and aggressive. So we might see another extension to the downside on the Bitcoin, and that's a negative scenario, right? As we already broke the key technical support. Okay. The other scenario is that there will be very big interest from the demand side, because we hit extremely oversold conditions, and we might see very big interest from the demand side that will eventually make this slide to below the technical support, to reverse, maybe some V-shape reversal, maybe some pin bar, maybe some bullish candlestick pattern at the end of the downside swing. Something like this might happen here on the Bitcoin, and we might see test of this technical resistance levels. Okay, that's a positive scenario, but it's only temporary. It's only temporary because we still need to break at least above the trend line, because as we can see, the trend line works perfectly here, including the false breakout. Now, that's the situation on the Bitcoin. Please keep an eye what the bulls will do, what the bears will do. Will bears pressure even more? Will bulls absorb all of the bullish pressure and will be able to make some sort of the recovery run, reversal, pullback, correction, something like this? Very interesting situation on the Bitcoin these days. Okay, that's about the Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. So well, euro dollar is following our scenario smoothly, without any problems, just per textbook for now. So what do we have here? Potentially we got the wave B downside movement completed. Let me just I'm just moving this trend line, but you know what I mean. Yeah, ABC to the upside, finished into the supply zone, connector wave X, A wave to the upside, B to the downside. We are missing wave C that will be eventually above the supply zone. Supply zone is located still at the same level, 1.0519, 1.0537, so roughly kind of 20 pips of the supply zone. Momentum neutral, as the wave B might be still in progress. Only a sustained breakout below the lows of 1.0450, below the trend line, below the wave B temporary low, might indicate that this scenario is now no longer valid, that this scenario has been obviously invalidated, and something else is being developed here. So please keep an eye on the current situation on the euro dollar. Looks slightly bullish to me in the short term. Then we will see, because ABC X ABC might be complex correction to the upside, but it's still a correction. This is not a directional movement to the upside on euro dollar. No, at least according to the technical analysis. Because we got the data from the British pound, let's take a look at the cable. We got the data from the UK, of course. So we broke below the 1.2641 level. Let me just mark this recent development here. Let me just zoom in. Okay, let me just mark this level here as the temporary top, 1.2689. So that's a red line here, and we slowly move lower towards the neutral level of 50. So as we know, any breakout back to the lower half of the channel, back towards the 1.25, 48.25, 36.25, 22 would likely be very negative for the bulls, as the market would enter the negative sentiment zone, right? The RSI would be negative as well, and we might see some test of this demand zone. As long as we trade above the demand zone, the outlook for the British pound remains bullish. Let's take a look at the crude oil, because we got the crude oil data today, scheduled for release, API. So what do we have here? The technical support didn't actually work very well. The market broke below this technical support. That's the crucial. What's going on? This is the technical support. What is going on here? And the market is on a 4-hour time frame chart. The market is below this level. What is going on here? Okay, let me just take a look. $71 is here on a 4-hour time frame chart. On a daily, there is $78. Something is not right with this chart, so let's just skip it. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. And the S&P 500 daily time frame chart looks very interesting. So what is going on here? We can see that the market broke above the trend line here. Let me just take a look here. Maybe something else is going. There you go. We broke above the. It looks like this market is no longer updated as well, because there's again problem with the data. Look at this. Yeah, this is. Please be aware of this. There is that situation here. This quotes here, and on the daily 5,981, and on the daily we got 5,981, but it's not plotting correctly, right? So okay, let's just skip the S&P 500. Let's just go back to the Forex pairs daily time frame chart of the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Again, we are testing the technical support, right? We got slight bounce because there is a pin bar here. Okay, fine. Lows 148.86, slight bounce, but this is a lower high. Okay, so if we consider this as some sort of the high, that's the lower high, lower low. Definition of the down trend going into the very important technical support, right? Which is why we got this candle, this arrow here. We are below trend line. We are below the 100 periods moving average. We are testing this technical support into the during the very negative market sentiment, basically, right? Because the momentum on the daily time frame chart is very negative right now, 34 points only. So we should see, possibly, if there is the bearish pressure will increase, we should see breakout lower. The next step might be somewhere around the level of 145, might be, but if there isn't any, so we will go as low as 141.66. So the last chance for the bulls to reverse and move higher. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.